So there are a lot of other factors that affect the aggregate economy. The word aggregate means total or overall. You have global economic factors which are out of the control of a country or a company or even an individual, such as the global turmoil in Russia, which happened in the late 1990s, then the current recession, the financial crisis that started in 2006 and has been prolonging since. And there's other factors such as wars that have an effect on the economy. Interest rates have a huge effect on consumer spending, because the higher interest rates decrease consumer spending. It's obvious. And higher interest rates also reduce income, because you would be paying a lot of income, reduce disposable income, which means money that you would have left over after paying interest. So if you were paying a lot of money in interest, you'll have less money to spend on other things. And then there's other factors such as the exchange rates, international trade is affected, public debt, which is the government debt, is also affected. Political stability is definitely affected. You can think about what's happening in the world right now. It would be very hard pressed for a company to make a decision on investing in countries where there's political instability, such as some of the Middle Eastern countries. There's inflation, there's unemployment, there's government policies. We can talk about all of these in detail, and we have in the past, so I'm just listing them here. So how do you forecast? Now that you know a lot of stuff about business cycles, investments, economy, how would you be able to forecast? How or when can you forecast? If the investor can recognize the bottoming out of the economy, which is the trough stage, before it occurs. So if you can recognize through your analysis before it happens, a market rise can be predicted, and that means you would be able to invest while the prices are near bottom or at the bottom. As the economy recovers, stock prices may level off or even decline. Therefore, a second significant movement in the market may be predictable. So it's basically a roller coaster ride. It goes up and comes down right away, and then other things happen as well. So how else can you forecast? The next slide says that the stock prices usually rise just before the end of an economic slump and remain relatively stable over the next year. This is through research and through different forms of analysis. So if you can believe it, or if you can understand it, you can make some money. Market forecasts are not easy and are subject to errors. You always have to remember that there are things that may go wrong with the forecast or analysis, so don't rely on them 100%. And forecasts should only be done by professionals with a high level of education and experience. So if you can understand or remember these factors, you can actually be good at analyzing the economy and investments, and then correlate the two and make some money for yourself. So we'll stop it here. We'll continue with the next concept another day. Thank you.